we're constantly changing things, and because I built it, I know how to rearrange it.
If I'm adding something to the house, it's gotta have three purposes. Going tiny has allowed us to become debt-free, and that was a trip to celebrate. Hey guys, this is my family, Asa, crew, Claire, and my name is Seth. Welcome to our tiny house. So here's the living room part of our tiny house. We got the Cubic Mini Grizzly. Thing freaking crushes. It's 80 degrees in here, no problem, midwinter. Living in Colorado, need some heat. We decided to go with this because it's a dry heat. I do a lot of woodworking on the side, so a lot of scrap wood goes in here. We can just kind of reuse that. There's a little bit of finesse with the draft and everything being such a small space. You have to just kind of work it and learn the stove, like every stove there is. So some of this art is from one of our favorite trips to New Zealand, actually. Going tiny has allowed us to become debt-free, and that was a trip to celebrate. It's just a huge moment of Claire and I's life. Back here, we got a little custom table here. It locks. Now you can sit on the couch. This also turns into a nice queen size bed. So we can pull this out here and it makes a nice big bed. Up here we have the master loft, we call it. This ladder folds down and being able to us to go up and keep the ladder out of the way so the kids don't go up there, and it's our own little private space. Over here is a little bit of artwork and some stone from some local artists in town. All right, so here is one of my favorite parts of the build. It's just a lot of multi-use area. And in our tiny house, we kind of like had this rule of thumb. If I'm adding something to the house, it's gotta have three purposes. And that's just to save space and keep things compact. So this is our TV, which is clearly an iMac, but we have it on a wall swivel so we can bring it out as a TV, but we can also swivel it this way and use it as a desk. And that was one thing with working remotely and everything. We really wanted a space to work comfortably and not really sacrifice on that. So we're gonna move this TV screen the opposite direction. Claire puts her laptop here and runs dual monitors. Yeah, it's a nice, really roomy area. All right, let's set this up here. All right, and then we're gonna raise this up here. Lock that in place. And we'll move on. Walk down here. This is a little flip up bar. So we can come up here. Now we can do a ton of things with this. Cruise chair that goes on here. Different chairs that we can put up here. We can work, put a computer up here. Nice little compact desk. We have a little coffee business on the side. I do a lot of barista consulting or latte art training. We travel all the way around the US in our van. Taking all of this stuff with us. So this stuff actually doesn't stay in the tiny house all the time. So this is the Linea Mini La Mazzocco. This is an all manual machine. We have a puck press here and the Mechanic E65S. Very consistent grinder, and we can do all kinds of trainings on this and latte art. It's real good stuff. It's awesome. On this side, we have a lot of my pour over equipment. I dial in everything with the pour overs and different types of pour overs and how you do all that stuff.
Honestly, it's pretty vivid in my mind. When we decided to build a tiny house, we watched actually a documentary. And the second the guy said that he paid like 20 grand building his tiny house, I was like, 20 grand is like 1.5 years of rent.
We found this trailer on Craigslist. It was a salvaged frame, which is a perfect project trailer, right? So I think we paid like $3,000 for the trailer, and normally they're like $8,000 or something like that for a 28-foot trailer.
So it's really affordable if you have the skills to do it yourself instead of paying.
Out of high school, I went into construction right away. So I knew a lot of these trades and stuff. So I knew I was going to be doing all of the work. So that cut down the cost a ton. So if you build a tiny house, that cuts the cost probably like 70% almost. Like it's crazy on how much you pay for someone to build your own tiny house. But also you can also customize it to the way you like it, you know? So we're constantly changing things, and because I built it, I know how to rearrange it, you know? I can change things pretty easily.
So this is our kitchen. First things first, you probably noticed the countertops. These are myrtle wood. I ended up working for a guitar company called Breedlove, and this was wood that they rejected because of all of these wormholes. And so I was like, well, I'll take it from you and I'll make a countertop off of it. So everything in here, you actually see all of these, the handrails, even our table, all of that is myrtle from the Oregon coast. As we're going through here, we have another salvage cabinet up here. This is actually just our liquor cabinet and just kind of extra mugs and stuff. And then we have our favorite mugs that we go over here. And then inside here, we'll get our KitchenAid so we can pull it out whenever. This closet here is a his and hers closet. So this is her side and this would be my side. We actually have these hangers that are pretty cool. They have this little dip in it. And so it pulls up your clothes off the ground. So I got a little bit smaller of a closet and more room. So now moving over, we have a recycled RV stove. It's very efficient on propane. We have some unglazed tiles in there to distribute the heat, which is kind of a little hack that we've learned from some full-time RVers. So this vanity, or this kitchen cabinet, I actually recycled. And what this is a bathroom vanity. Therefore, we get a little bit more extra space here so we can walk around so it's not so tight. I did a custom insert as well. So we can also hide dishes or use more counter space. We have these awesome magnetic spices. We love having those out and ready. We try to do zero waste, so we have a refill store downtown that we go to and we get all these different spices refilled. This was just a scratch and dent closet from Lowe's, I think I got it from. And I ended up adding like 6 more inches in the back. In the back here, I don't know, maybe you can see, I have the hot water, and then we have our vacuum, and then I have my electrical panel down here as well. So if I ever needed to have access to any of that, I just pull these drawers out. But yeah, we just try to, you know, use this as our food storage. But also if we ever need access to any of our utilities, we just open it up.
We came from, what was it, like a 3-bedroom in Bend. Yeah. During the course of living there, we filled it up.
Things just started cluttering all the time, and it's like, okay, we're tired of cleaning a big house. We knew that going smaller was less to clean, you know, and so we love that idea, and so we started pursuing the whole tiny living idea. And
I'm a minimalist.
Yeah.
We started listening to that podcast and following all the 333.
Yeah, that was that was one of the things that we started on, was the 333 project, and basically what that is 33 items for 3 months. So that's like your shoes, your jackets, your pants, even hats. Yeah, so that's what we tried, and we pared down that, and actually we were able to really focus in on our gear, our layering and everything, multi-purpose shoes, and just really worked on dialing back our stuff.
Before we head upstairs, I tried to use as much to standard building code as possible. They are slightly a bit steeper, and obviously the railings probably aren't to standard building code, but we tried to keep it as safe as possible. This is a removable step. Down here, normally I put some shoes or my boots or something underneath there. This is a storage unit. Usually we have just random storage and tools and stuff in there. Here we have a little corner shelf. We put gloves, beanies, all kinds of soft stuff in there. On the wall here, we have a little sunglass holder and then little hooks for hats and stuff. One of my favorite paintings on this wall is a river shot from Brown's Canyon in Colorado. My buddy's Brinkley, check him out, he's awesome. Since we've had kids, we've moved into that loft, and our 2 boys are up in this loft. So let's go on in. On this side over here, we have a dresser. It's 6 drawers. And so what we do is we use a couple of drawers for other storage and stuff, but then also for some kids' clothes and some random stuff. We have a little like plug-in light over there so we can toggle, read some books. And we have a casement window that opens up so we can open it up during a rainy day, which is super nice. But yeah, this is our little play area. We have some like rubber mats for our knees and just playing. This is our bathroom. We crammed a lot into this little space. I really wanted to have a laundry unit, but I didn't want it out in the kitchen or any of the living space or anything. So we went with the combination washer dryer unit. Up here we have a his/hers closet. And then below here, we have all the baby clothes here, and then diapers and toilet paper storage and stuff like that. We went with a composting toilet. This is the Separate Villa. This up here is a custom woodwork project I did. My wife used to live on a sailboat for a couple years in Italy. Anyways, I just made it off of that ship. On this side is our shower. I went with a full-size corner shower. We also have this swinging towel rack, so we can actually swing those inside, and then they're out of sight, out of mind. But when we're taking a shower, we can actually move these out and then move the curtain on the inside of it so the towels aren't getting wet. We have an inset medicine cabinet here as well. That just allowed us to get a bigger, deeper medicine cabinet without coming into the bathroom space. This is IKEA sink that we bought. So I actually installed this to the wall, and that just creates more open space on the floor. It just creates more of an open feel.
You guys can follow us on
compact.coffee on Instagram. We also have a website coming out soon. We also have a living compact page as well, in helping little changes to their house to make their living situations better, or even fully designing a tiny house.
But we do travel in our van, so we do post a lot of stuff through Living Compact, and we also are introducing a new tiny house into our future, which is a 36-foot sailboat. We're really excited for that. So if you're interested in any coffee information, compact.coffee. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for checking our house out. Really enjoy sharing it with others and trying to inspire other people to live tiny, whether that's a van, tiny house, or even a sailboat. So yeah, thank you.